News, a pursuit in Long Beach.
Let's go to Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal. Des, take it away.
Well, Juan and Pat, this looks like it's going to be a dangerous one here. These are burglary suspects, and we have learned that the burglary happened in San Diego County, that is. Unclear where in San Diego County, but this pursuit started in Orange County. So obviously there was a good ID on this vehicle at some point during that burglary, a good ID, I should say, and then spread across law enforcement. It was Orange County sheriffs that tried to pull this vehicle over, and then this vehicle took off. We've been up to 120 miles an hour at points on this pursuit. We just heard one of the airships overhead say that there are believed to be multiple people in the car, and we have learned that the items taken in that burglary were apparently long rifles and possibly some other weaponry. So now, of course, authorities have got to wonder, are those in this vehicle right now? So this looks like an incredibly dangerous pursuit with these kind of speeds and what may or may not be inside of this vehicle, but you could bet that law enforcement will definitely be erring on the side of caution that these folks may be armed inside this vehicle, as we are now northbound 710 coming through North Long Beach. Pat and Juan.
Did you see that car swerve there? It looked like it as it was trying to get out of the way. It's and driving its speeds that fast, that's not unusual. And how dangerous, as you said, Des, there's quite a bit of traffic out there on the 710 North this time of night.
Yeah, I mean, it's going free flow, but, it is Friday evening. No doubt a lot of folks headed out, for the long weekend as well. We had a lot of traffic earlier on this afternoon, but a lot of folks staying in town. They're headed out for the evening, kind of prime time weekend, and unfortunately now these people are out here flying along. Look at this, 120 miles an hour. The Orange County Sheriff's Deputies helicopter, I believe they switched out, and LA County Sheriffs got overhead, and we're hearing that CHP may bring in their helicopter as well. They may need, actually, my pilot Dylan informing me that they are on this now, and they might need multiple eyes in the air because these people are this driver is going so fast.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder whether or not these burglars or these thieves are from the LA area, went to San Diego to commit this crime, and now heading back north because, as Desmond was saying, Pat, they weren't stopped, or they tried to get stopped till they hit Orange County. So, I mean, they drove quite a distance. Yeah,
and would probably like to go even further.
Yeah.
But hopefully, and you know what, Des, it's difficult, obviously, when you're on the freeway. You've got traffic out there at these high speeds, but they're going to obviously stay on top of this. Well, they certainly are so far. But you sort of, what do you do at this particular? You can't do a spike strip for sure. You certainly can't pit. All you can do is really try to stay on top of this or follow these people as long as you can. You mentioned CHP being overhead. Are they also on the ground?
I believe that is them on the ground, yes. You see that single black door there. So this is CHP. And again, this started with Orange County Sheriff's Deputies. And you're right, when you've got speeds like this, there's really not a lot they can do at this moment. All they can hope is that the suspect gets off of the freeway and slows down, but there's really no indication that that's going to happen. So that could be even more dangerous for the public, or hope that they run out of gas, or maybe just pull over and get out and run like that. But as far as them actively bringing this to an end on the freeway, that is not in the cards right now, that's for sure.
All right, they're in the Downey Norwalk area. And so far, we haven't seen any movement of them trying to go on surface streets, or haven't heard anything like that. Right, Desmond? They've been committed to freeways since this thing started.
That's what we've heard. We heard this initiate when they were trying to pull this vehicle over. It was around the 405 and the 22. So we made record timing to get up here into Long Beach. We were coming from downtown LA, and we heard 120 miles an hour, and we had to chart a different course so that we could catch up with this pursuit as it goes underneath us. And now we are already on the westbound 105. So I mean, it's just about 10 minutes time. We've gone from the Orange County line now well into LA County onto this westbound 105, the Century Freeway, and let's see where these folks are headed. If there's any rhyme or reason to this, we've got the LAX airspace, downtown LA, which can make things so difficult for law enforcement at these speeds. I mean, just these sudden movements here at 100 miles an hour, all it's going to take is one person making a lane change here, somebody drifting into a lane, or just not looking in enough time. I mean, just look at how quickly this person is flying by all of these vehicles right here. Extremely nerve-wracking. A crash right now would be catastrophic.
No question about that. Mike?
Yeah, hi, Pat. So I've been just listening to some of this radio traffic. They say 2 to 3 suspects were involved in the burglary. They believe that 2 to 3 suspects are in the vehicle as well, 2 to 3 men specifically. I also have just heard them, the CHP helicopter, as Desmond mentioned, is overhead. They've actually asked to alert LAX as we're heading the westbound 105. We'll eventually dead end into LAX.
That's right.
And they've asked LAX PD to come and try to be aware and be on the perimeter of LAX in case this enters that airspace. As we've talked about many times before, and Desmond can attest, as soon as they get into that LAX airspace, more so right on the edge of those runways, even the law enforcement helicopters can't kind of follow in that area. So they really want LAX PD to be ready if something were to happen there.
You know, and as Desmond was talking about the speeds that they're driving, if they happen to swerve into a vehicle, but even, you know, on our freeways, it could take something on the road. We have things that fall out of vehicles all the time. And that certainly would be catastrophic as well. So anything could happen.
Yeah, I mean, this guy was just driving. It was just driving on the right-hand shoulder there at about 100 miles an hour. That's where, you know, debris, all kinds of stuff gets swept over towards the shoulder for Caltrans to come and pick up at a later time. So they're very lucky the lanes were clear right there. And now we're off the freeway here at Imperial Highway, and now we're already on the edge of that LAX airspace, right through that red light. And so here we come now into the Watts area. And I believe this is a BMW. Oh, here we go. We got all three.
And the car is still,
one of them tripped 4 people. All of them.
And the car is still
moving. They came right into this neighborhood. And they're all out, and they left it in drive there as well. So we saw everyone scatter. I believe this is the driver underneath this tree, I believe. But it looks like we might be in one of the projects right here just north of the 105 freeway. People running all over the place. Gosh, I think this is, oh boy, now I think this might be, okay, well, we got a couple of them running over this way. Pretty dark in this area as well. Okay, we've got 3 of the suspects now running 105th Crozius Avenue, coming into this parking lot. So, boy, now, did they come up to this area specifically? I mean, they got right off the freeway and bailed right in this area. And now they're just kind of acting like they're not involved in this right now, but we're pretty sure these are 2 of the suspects.
Right here, that we're looking at right now.
They just went under the tree, it seems, yeah.
Well, they kind of were casually. You know, it's really dark, Desmond, but I can not, well, there's the law enforcement is right in the area. I just saw one drive by, so I'm sure in a minute, well, there's another one. They're going to have this set up a perimeter around this area in the Watts area. Look at this vehicle.
Well, and you saw those, and you don't see the spotlight here from the sheriff's helicopter overhead. I think they got lost underneath the buildings and the trees. I'm pretty sure these are 2, possibly 3 of the suspects. I remember seeing a white hoodie. They all got out, and